Hi, I'm Amy with Eastside Wellness Chiropractic. The next exercise in our active care series is going to be a chop. The chop is mainly for a flexion pattern, and what we want to do is we want to be able to stay tall, recruiting postural stability while going through a flexion exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Kara in a half kneel position. What this does is this makes her work more from the core and the hip rather than using the entire body. We're really just isolating the midsection of her body. So what Kara's going to do, she's going to be on a knee. She's going to be light on her front foot, light on her back foot. So it's almost like she's just standing on one leg just through her knee, tightening up that hip and getting nice and tall. So what I want her to pretend is that she's a string from the top of the ceiling tied to her head, pulling her nice and tall. Kara's going to grab our bar and she's going to have a thumbs down grip. She's going to pull down a little bit, and as she does so, she can bring her hand up just to under the silver ring so that she has better mechanical advantage. Bottom hand is wherever comfortable. Kara's now going to bring the stick down across her body and back, sort of like she's rowing a canoe. She's going to lock out her elbow, lock out her abdomen, stay nice and tall, and she's heavy through her knee, not on her front and back foot. A common mistake a lot of people make is that when they come down, instead of staying tall, they tend to flex into this position. And that's exactly what we're trying to stay away from. We don't want her leaning into it or falling into it. Rather, we want her staying nice and tall and using that core strength to drive this bar across her body. Another mistake people make is instead of keeping their knee out, allowing them to engage their hip, they let their knee dive down. So when their knee drives medially or in towards the inside of their body, what happens is their glute turns off. If we can pull this knee out and keep this knee out, as she comes across, she can still use this hip to maintain stability in conjunction with this hip, her core, and a nice strong posture. As Kara comes back up, she's going to bring the bar up towards her shoulder and up. We're going to do this one more time, and I'm going to show you what mistakes you should watch for with the upper body as you come across. So Kara's going to set this shoulder. She's not letting that shoulder pull away towards her ear. She's keeping that shoulder drop down using her lat. She's going to pull down, across, and as she does so, notice how she does a good job keeping her shoulder away from her ear rather than letting that ride up while she's locked. So go ahead, come back up. And let's go one time nice and smoothly through this. Good, sort of like she's rowing a boat. Now, come on up. A good way to select is something that's difficult, something that really causes you to engage the muscular system while pulling across, but not a weight that's so difficult that it really causes you to grunt or bear down to do so. So you just want a nice, comfortable, but difficult weight to use as your load during the chop series.